Hello YouTube, gecko here, and today I'm just going to be showing you the basic cares of a leopard gecko and some cool facts at the end about them. So let's start with the fact that they're really easy pets to take care of. Their experience level is beginner. I looked in the tank when I was getting mine. He's a juvenile, he's in shed right now. And I looked in the tank, and the age for a person to have them, like when they show in Lego boxes and all that, and in toys, the age appropriate for a person to care for is 10 and up. So a kid, they're great. They're good pets for kids. However, kids can get bored from these because they're active during night. So you will see them in their hides mostly, like mine is, but he's in the shed right now. And usually kids have to go to bed earlier at night, and then that's when their leopard is most active. So if you can still handle them, it's cool to see them. But if you want an animal, a lizard that it's really cool and it's a beginner, and you want a lizard that is active mostly at daytime, I would suggest a gnoll or a bearded dragon too. Bearded dragons are number 1 on the list for pets. Leopard geckos are number 2. So these two animals are popular. The lifespan for leopard geckos is approximately 10 to 20 years, or 15 to 20 years, some say. And the environment that they live in is a desert environment. The scientific name for them is Eublepharis macularis, and we're gonna start with the caring. So just some basic stuff that I just said. So you want a 10 to 20 gallon tank for one adult-sized leopard gecko. One adult for their whole life. A 10-gallon tank is perfect, more than enough for them. A 20-gallon tank, you can have 2 leopard geckos, or just one if you want, and if you want to make them have more space. However, you should never put 2 males together, as they will fight. You can have 2 females together, or a male and a female if you want to breed them, and never 2 males. And if you have a leopard gecko in a 20-gallon tank, and you have a tank any bigger than 20-gallon tank for one leopard gecko, they can actually get lost, believe it or not. So you don't want to do that. The reptile, you need substrate at the bottom of your tank, and as you can see, I have this green stuff called reptile carpet, and it's safe for them because they won't be able to swallow it because it doesn't have different particles. It's just if I've seen people that have sand and all that as their substrate, and it does look cool. It does make it look like a desert environment. But the only problem is that when they're eating, it can cause impaction. That's the word, impaction, in their stomach, and then it can cause death. So you can use sand, but just be aware that it's dangerous to use. I mean, it's not the safest substrate to use. Safest substrate is reptile carpet, and if you want to go cheap, you can use paper towels too. It looks good with the tank too, and I used it. It's perfect for them. It works great. You'll need a thermometer, as you can see back there. During the day on the cool side, I don't have one on the cool side, but if you have 2 on the cool side, it should be 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And during the day on the warm side, which is this side, it should be 85 to 95 degrees during the day. And during night, it should be 65 to 75 degrees. These are the safest temperatures. However, mine has gone pretty low, but he's fine because it doesn't really get the heat in that, so I should lower it, but now it's stuck there, so I don't like about these things. Anyway, he's just fine with that, but I want to heat it up, and so I got, for heating, you can use a heat mat, oh my gosh, and, sorry I said that, if any of you were watching. Anyway, just got frustrated. You can use a heat mat, and you can see the cord that runs through there, up there, and it's under the tank. So you need 2 sides, a cool side and a warm side. I'll get to that. So you can use a heat mat. You don't need, this is what makes them really easy animals, is you barely need any. You don't need UV light. You don't need a heating lamp. All you need is a heat mat. So they're that simple, so you don't have to waste your money on UV lights and also basking lamps. However, if you want, you can't, for extra heating at the side, you can use a daylight heat bulb, but you don't have to use a night. I mean, you could for extra heating too. It's good for that. But if you get a pamphlet at PetSmart, it will say daylight heat bulb. It doesn't say night heat bulbs because they're fine. Because the ambient temperature should be, as I said, 65 to 75 at night. Do not use UV light. So that's what's good. You don't You don't have to use them, and actually you shouldn't use them. UV lights actually frustrate the leopard geckos. Their eyes, it really frustrates them. So do not use UV lights, but you can use a heat light if you desire. I have one right there, and I got this thing, but I just need a part that goes, like right here. So just need that, and but do not use a UV light. So at night you wanna unplug the heat map and the heat if you have one, a daylight heat bulb for 12 hours at night, and then you will need 2 hides. One, I have 3 because I like the coconut hide so much, so I kept that, and I also got this, so he loves both of them. But you need 2 hides if you don't want 3, and you'll need 1 on the hot side, just a normal one like that, and then you can make homemade ones. I made some homemade ones. I got rid of the other one, but I kept this one. It's a cool hide. You need a certain substrate in there. It's for shedding, so they'll go in there, and you just have to wet down the moss or whatever you have in there. I have moss, and the moss is supposed to keep in that hide. It's supposed to keep the moisture inside. So you'll need that for shedding, and then you need another hide, because if you have a heat lamp especially, they will want to go into the shade, and it's a place for them to sleep. So you'll need a cool hide and a moist hide. And I don't have a cool hide because you can actually mix them up. So a cool hide also counts as the moist hide, so it's 2 in 1, I guess you could say. And the cool moist hide, so as I said, they can both double as one. So their food, they're insectivores. They won't eat their greens. They're just insectivores, and they don't like meat a lot. You could feed them pinkies, so their food should be crickets, mealworms, superworms, which are big, waxworms, even bigger, and the occasional pinky. And you can give them also other insects outside. However, you have to be careful of pesticides, because the pesticides could kill them or get them sick. So you don't, because the bugs can be walking around it, and you feed it to your leopard gecko, and then they get all, they get sick, or they could die from it. So, but you can still use insects. I've fed mine an insect before. So the taming and handling. So, remember to use a shallow water dish. I used actually a peanut butter cup, so I didn't have to spend money on one. I do want another water dish, though. So anyway, the taming and handling, they're not one of those pets that I love handling. No, they're one of those pets that are in the middle, so they like handling, but they don't love it, but they don't hate it either. Bearded dragons, if you want one that just loves handling and is really interactive with people, I would suggest a bearded dragon. But I don't care. I mean, leopard geckos, they're really easy to handle and tame too. But it will take some patience with taming for leopard geckos. What you have to do first is, here I'll show you. I wish I could swear this out. I have an iPad in my hand. So what you do is first you place your hand in the enclosure, and you're gonna keep doing this for a few minutes each day. And you can make the time longer every single day. And you're just going to do that for a week or so, if you want, or 3 days maybe, and 3 to 5 days, and they'll get used to your hand being in there, and sometimes they'll climb on it. However, if they do that, do not lift it up yet. So once you've done that for 3 to 5 days or a week, then once they climb on your hand, you can start lifting it up, and just let them crawl around your hand, make a stairway like that. Can't show you how to do it because I have a big iPad right here. But finally, you're going to be able to, they're going to get tame. You have to do it every single day until finally they'll get used to it and you can handle them. And you can have them on your shoulder, Bearded dragons are actually lizards and iguanas on your shoulder, but leopard geckos can also be on your shoulder. They lack the special toe pads, but they can still climb really, really good. So just keep that in mind for taming and handling. Okay, some facts about them. Well, what's cool is that, like other lizards, they have to bask in the sun and all that. But what's cool about it is that you can actually use a heat mat. The reason why you use a heat mat is because leopard geckos actually take in heat from their bellies, and it helps them bask, and as well as basking, it also helps them digest their food better. So that's another fact that's cool about them. They do possess movable eyelids. So actually, eublepharis, or what? I think eublepharus, from their scientific name. Eublepharus means actually true eyelids, or macularis is it? I don't know. One of them means true eyelids and the other means spotted. So eublepharus macularis. So that's what's cool about them. So that's what makes them look really, really cute, because they can close their eyes and, you know, sleep. And they have ears, and what's cool is that you can shine a flashlight on one side, and if you look through, you can actually see through their ear, through their head. So that it's weird, but it's really, really cool to me. They can't see red light, so a red light won't bother them. They'll only see white. However, if you use a night red light bulb, then it's gonna mess up their daylight and night cycle. So they may mistake it for daytime, and they won't be up during the night which they would usually be up. So those are some facts, and I have a lot more, but right now I'm just in a rush, so I'll just keep it to that. Hope to see you guys next time, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.